Our participants, there are experts are available, there are freshers are available. Okay, they are working few technologies. So if you are not able to understand any topic, please speak out and clarify the doubt. Okay, don't hesitate. It's for you. Okay, please try to understand. If any doubt, please let me know. Okay, we are going to install now VMware Workstation. Why VMware Workstation? In the sense, we need a hardware to install an operating system, the server operating system. So VMware Workstation is a tool, client tool, okay, which allows us to create a virtual hardware. Okay, once virtual hardware is created, on top of it, we can install operating system. That's a concept. Okay, I'm going to show you how to install and how to configure and how to create a virtual machine. This is just a basic understanding. Once VMware virtualization classes are going to start, you can understand what is a VM, what is a virtual machine. Okay, we are going to talk about more in virtualization class. Now, just I'm going to show you how to create. Okay, Srinivas will share the session and he is going to install VMware Workstation and he is going to create a virtual machine and then we'll start with OS installation. Any doubt on operating system types, versions, editions? Versions are different, editions are different, license. Okay, we need to understand these concepts clearly. We need to segregate what is version, what is edition, what is a license. Okay, so according to license only, we have to install respective operating system, respective server operating system on your day-to-day operations. Okay, without license, the server is not going to perform any operations after certain period. Okay, clear? Srini, please share your screen and if you already installed VMware Workstation, just uninstall that component. Okay, we'll try it from start. How to install VMware Workstation. I already shared the link VMware Workstation. If anyone not able to download, please let me know. I'll share that link. Okay. One more thing. This is very important. Practical orientation is very much required. Who are connecting without laptop, try to get a laptop or a desktop. You have to do practice on your own. Hands-on experience is very, very important to understand the topics. Okay, simply listening and understanding the concept is not going to work out. You have to do practice, otherwise the subject is not going to be work for you. Okay, you have to practice a lot. So here we already downloaded VMware Workstation. Yesterday we completed the installation. It's a simple installation. Okay, I requested him to uninstall the component from his system. What is the requirement? For coming classes, we should have a desktop or a system. Minimum RAM requirement is 4 GB. If you have 8 GB memory, that is good enough. And hard disk, the storage, at least 500 GB. Generally nowadays, hard disk comes with desktop systems comes with 500 GB, 1 TB. Okay, these two things and the processor, either i3 processor or any more than that i3 processor. Okay, whatever the desktop you have, share the configuration. If you are not able to understand, please speak out. Okay. So here he is going to uninstall the VMware workstation. Once it is done, he will proceed with installation and configuration and then create a virtual machine. Okay. There are two files required to perform this lab. One is VMware workstation. The other one is Microsoft Windows Server Operating System ISO image. Both the files, I shared the links. You need to download both the files to perform this lab. Okay.
Yeah, shall I start?
Yeah, screen is ready. He is going to install VMware workstation. While executing, you need to execute, right click on the file, run as administrator. Okay. This is a trial version. It will work for 1 month. Okay. This is not licensed one. You have to complete the lab within 1 month. Afterwards, you cannot perform any actions. Okay. I don't have a license key. It is a trial version. It will work for 30 days. You have to practice a lot within these 30 days. Okay, accept the agreement and proceed next. It's not required enhanced keyboard. Just without selecting, proceed next. Leave the default settings. Proceed with next. Yes, it is going to create a shortcuts. Proceed next. Install. It is a straightforward installation, simple installation. It is a client tool, VMware workstation. To do the lab work, you can create on your own number of systems. Once hardware is created, you can load different operating systems as per your wish. Okay, you need to load operating system. What we need to download respect to ISO image. ISO image is nothing but it is a bootable media for the respective operating system. You can download from the Microsoft site. Okay, if you are interested, you can download from Red Hat site also, Linux OS also. You can proceed with installation. Okay, click finish. If if you have a license, you can click on license and enter the license key. Okay. So VMware installation is completed. Now we are ready to proceed with configuration. See here, whatever the system you are going to download, okay, that system should have internet access. Why? Because once operating system is installed, that operating system is going to perform an updates. Like we need to perform certain installations. To perform certain installations, it requires some updates to download. Okay. If without internet, you are not in a position to perform any configuration on the server. Okay. So whatever the desktop, laptop you are going to use, make sure that system has a internet connectivity. Okay. So please open the VMware Workstation shortcut. The shortcut is created VMware Workstation. If it is not available, you can go open program files and okay. See here, it is asking for license key. As we don't have license key, we are proceeding with the trial version. I want to try VMware Workstation 50 for 30 days. Okay, this license trial version is available for 30 days only. Make sure you complete the lab within 30 days. Continue. Okay. No, skip this version. Remind me later, skip this. Okay. It is asking for latest version is available and it is asking for installation. Now, this is a setup VMware workstation. No need to perform any configuration. Okay, no need to do any advanced configuration here. Just a simple creation. Okay. And in addition to that, don't install this VMware workstation on your official systems. Okay. If you install so, it is going to create some issue and you are going to get escalation mail from your management. Okay, don't do this VMware workstation on your official system and make sure if you install also, make sure office network is not connected. Okay, now we are creating a virtual machine. Why we need to create a virtual machine? We are creating a virtual hardware. We need a hardware to perform our Windows 2000 server installation. Okay, so as we don't have a physical system, I'm providing a lab. On your own, you can create a lab by using VMware Workstation. This VMware Workstation allows you to create a virtual hardware. Okay, just click it, create a new virtual machine. Okay, here typical and custom. Typical, it gives default options. Custom, it's going to give it options to configure on your own. Go with the custom and proceed with next. Okay, these are the limitations for this to create a hardware. Okay, what are the limitations? 64 GB memory and all those things. But we don't require whatever the operating system we are going to install, that operating system is going to have a minimum requirements and maximum support capacity. Yesterday, I showed you that how to check what is the minimum requirement. Whatever the operating system you are going to load, just type in Google Windows 2000, 2016 minimum requirements. That gives the information what is the minimum. So click next. I'm going with a 2 CPU and 4 GB RAM for this system. Okay. Here it is asking a image file. What is that image file? We downloaded an ISO image for this operating system. Okay. I shared you two files. One file is for VMware Workstation. Other one is ISO image. Okay. That ISO image you need to browse and select here. Click on browse. Map that particular ISO image where you place. This is the ISO image we downloaded. Okay, open. See, this operating system is it is once as soon as you attach the ISO image, it is going to detect what operating system is available on the disk. What operating system it is available? It is Windows Server 2008 R2 64-bit detected. Okay. If you want to install 2012, if you want to install 2016, you can download the ISO image from the Microsoft vendor. Okay. Installation is pretty simple. Okay. We are trying with, I have an ISO image which is available, I shared with you. Okay. Once you understand how to install an operating system, it is pretty simple. You can install any kind of operating system without any issue. Okay. Try to practice how to install operating system. Then you can understand, you can choose any operating system to perform an installation. Okay. Proceed next. We don't have license key for this 2008. Without license, we are proceeding with installation. No issues. See here, there is an option drop down is available. Version of Windows to install. See here, there are different options are available, different versions are editions are available. Okay, 2008 R2 Enterprise Data Center. Okay, there is a different terminology. Data center is available, data center core is available. Okay, enterprise is available, enterprise core is available. What's the difference between these components? Core is nothing but as soon as you install an operating system, by default, it loads with certain default features. If you select a core, what does it mean? That core is nothing but whatever the specific feature, specific function of that particular server. For example, I'm going to install a web server. So I can go with core and then select a web IaaS feature so that that server is going to only options available, only features, only services available related to web related. If I want to do a file server, I can choose core and select only file server functions. That in the sense, it is going to load whatever the services, whatever the functions are required, only it will install only related to the respective function. That is a core. Okay. We'll go with the enterprise or standard edition. We'll go with standard edition. Okay. Windows 2000 R2 standard edition. Why I'm choosing standard edition? If I choose enterprise edition or a data center edition, it requires a more space and more memory because it is going to perform more functions. We are just installing for future simple installation, basic understanding. Okay. Then you can provide the full name. What is a personal computer name? You can provide Windows lab, whatever the name you are going to put, you can put. This is a basically a name which appears in VMware workstation. Password, you can put the default of any password. Make sure whatever the password you are entering, make sure you note where. If you forget the password, there is no option to retrieve. Okay, there are third-party tools are available. That is comes under advanced troubleshooting. Okay, don't mess up with this password. If you forget the password, you need to reinstall entire operating system again. Okay, make sure whatever the password you are using, note down the password somewhere else. Okay. Next, you do not enter Windows license key. Yes. We would like to continue. Yes. Here it is going to create a, see, here you need to make sure it is going to create a files. For example, this server requires some size of the disk, hard disk. We are creating a virtual hardware, right? We are going to create a processor. We are going to create a memory. We are going to create a hard disk, okay, and network. All these components are kind of files, okay, foreground files. So these files are going to occupy some size of the each file. So we need to make sure wherever we are going to select the drive partition, the drive partition should have some space on that particular drive letter. If it is by default, it is showing as a C drive. If your partition is only having one particular partition, you go with that. Otherwise, if you have a different partition with enough size, you choose that partition size. Okay, according to that, change the label, location. Okay, either D drive, either E drive, like that. Now we'll proceed with Click browse. What are the systems are available? There are 2 drives are available. Okay. So check the space between proceeding further because it is going to create files. See here, 194 GB C drive and E drive is available with 736 GB. In this case, we are going to load the multiple operating systems, multiple virtual machines. So it would be better to configure this particular virtual machines on E drive. Okay, select E drive. No, close this. E drive. Okay. Okay. You can create a folder if you want. Otherwise, you can leave it to default E drive. Okay. Click next. Create a drive letter.
I'll create one folder here.
Yeah. Proceed. See here, leave the default option. What is a BIOS? It is a program. The motherboard, whatever the motherboard we discussed about in hardware components, that motherboard is going to have a certain program. What is that program? We call it as a BIOS. What is that important basic input output system? What it is going to do function? It allows you to power on. It allows you to check whatever the devices are connected to that particular motherboard. It is going to detect this motherboard, this much CPU capacity, this much memory capacity, this much hard disk size is connected to my system, my motherboard, and it is going to display. That we call it as a post power on self test. Whatever the devices are connected to motherboard, it is allows you to power on, reset, as soon as you press button on your system, it is going to send the signal to BIOS and it is going to initiate all the components and detect the display driver and monitor and prompt you the program, whatever the things are detected on your system. Okay, so there are 2 types of model. One is BIOS, one is UEFI model. These are programs which are available on the motherboard. Okay, so we'll go with the default option. Okay, proceed next. Here, number of processors. I'm choosing 2 processors. What is number of processors? What number of cores per processors? As part of our hardware component and the processor configurations, we understood that what is a socket, what is a core, what is a logical core, okay, what is hyperthreading. We discussed remote hardware components under processor section. You should understand this concept. What is socket? What is a core? What is a logical core? Okay. So here I'm selecting a processor as one. Each processor I'm selecting a 2 cores, that is dual core. You can see the configuration, dual core, quad core, octa-core processors. You should understand the difference between what is socket, what is core, what is a logical cores. Okay, so here one processor and selecting two cores per processor. Select 2 as a number of cores. Total 2 CPUs I'm assigning to this particular system. Okay, 2. Okay, so total processors cores, 2 logical processors. Okay, next. Memory. How much memory is required? Minimum here this system having a 4 GB memory. If I install entire memory to the system, whatever the basic operating system, it is going to suffer. We'll proceed with 2 GB first. If it is not working properly, we'll increase later. Okay? 2 GB. If we have 8 GB system, here you can choose 4 GB. 4 GB in the sense 4096. Okay? Next. Leave this default options. What it is, you should understand later. No issues. Leave the default option. It is going to establish whatever the IP you configured in your local system. It is going to have a NATing with the VMware Workstation IP ranges. As soon as a VMware Workstation is installed, it is going to create one network segment. Okay. Okay, this is just like acts as a VMware Workstation acts as a router between two networks. What is two networks? One network, whatever the IP address you are having on your desktop. Okay, the other one is VMware Workstation have a different network. As soon as in installation, it selects a default network. Okay, so leave this default option. It acts as a router between your local network to this particular VMware Workstation software network. Okay, proceed with next. This is a controller. We are connecting hard disk. We are going to create a hard disk for this particular virtual hardware. We discussed in the hardware component under storage section. Okay, what types of hard drives, what types of controllers. Generally, servers are connected to with SCSI controller. Okay, in SCSI controllers also different types of controllers are available. What is the difference controllers? It is going to provide a performance like throughput, or in another way, it is going to increase the read and write capacity. Okay, like I said, there are two adapters are available here for us. One is LSL Logic, one more is LSL Logic SAS. We'll go with the default one because here if you select LSL Logic, it is slightly lesser performance than the which one is currently selected. Okay, proceed with next. So see the type of disk type. We previously selected SCSI controller. So we can go with a SCSI as per recommendation. Leave the default setting and proceed with next. Create a new virtual hard disk. As this is a new hardware, we are creating a new hard disk to load an operating system. Okay, proceed with next. As we have sufficient space, it is a default minimum disk requirement that is it is showing 40 GB. Now we have to go with at least we are going to install certain components after this installation. So we'll go with 100 GB. We have the space on your system. 766 GB is available on your local system. Out of 766 GB, we are assigning 100 GB out of it. Okay, it's a file. It is going to create a file in the respective folder. Okay. Here there are two options are available. Single virtual disk as a single file. Split the virtual disk into multiple files. Leave the default, whatever it may be. Leave the default. Okay. While we understand the virtualization concept, we'll understand what it is related to. Okay. Only here we need to select size. What is the size we need to choose? Okay. So we are selecting here 100 GB. That's the only thing. Nothing else. Click next. So this is a file name. It is going to create whatever the 100 GB you are going to create. It is going to create a file name. It is whatever the system name by default it is going to create. Leave the default setting. No need to change anything. Okay. Click next. This is all the things what we created. Okay, what is a version, VMware Workstation, what is a hardware, we selected how much CPU, what is a motherboard. Motherboard is here is nothing but VMware Workstation is going to work as a motherboard. As we don't have a physical motherboard, VMware Workstation acts as a motherboard. On that motherboard, what are the hardware components we attached? One is processor. We selected two CPUs. We selected 2 GB memory. We selected 100 GB hard disk storage. We selected a NAT network. As we discussed the component, what are the basic components are required? 5 major components are required. Without 5 major components, we cannot perform, we cannot consider as a hardware. Okay, to install server operating system, we need this hardware. What is that hardware? Motherboard, processor, RAM, storage, network. Okay, those 5 components we configure now. Okay, click finish. As soon as we click finish, it is going to power on and installation is going to start. We mounted the ISO image. Okay, whatever the ISO image we mounted, it is going to start the installation. Srini, move the screen little bit up. Yeah, thank you. So we created a virtual hardware. On top of virtual hardware, we are loading an operating system. Okay. What are the password we set? It is going to take certain time. Okay. Meanwhile, any questions or any queries? If you have any doubts or any clarification in previous sessions, you just go with. Okay. It is going to take some time to complete the installation. Okay. After the completed installation, we are going to work on configuring the server. What you need to do, whoever downloaded these 2 files, you need to practice. Once this session is going on your local system, you need to perform this action so that if you have any doubt, you can share your screen and understand the topic very clearly. Okay, you need to do practice. This technology is not suitable if you are not going to practice. You are not going to learn. One day it will be there in your mind. If you are not going to perform hands-on experience, hands-on practice, whatever the subject you are going to learn, it's not going to be useful. Please do practice. Okay, while doing practice only, you will come across different issues. It gives you explore on the subject. Okay, you come with different doubts so that you are learning new things. You have to do practice. Without practice, it is not useful sessions. Okay, I hope it is clear for each and everyone. If you want to share, you can share the same screen. You can perform the lab, and according to sharing the screen, I can guide you how to configure, how to install. Okay. If you understand this topic, you can perform on your own, on your system, so that it clears you. Okay. It gives an extra information. If you come across any doubt, so that you can Google and understand the topic. If you are trying to understand one particular topic, it gives a different information. Okay, so you need to explore in that direction. Whatever the training I'm providing here, it is a basic training. Okay, I'm not going to provide advanced training. With this basic training, you can explore the knowledge. You can find the YouTube links like how to install, okay, how to configure. Okay, different videos are available. So it's very important you to perform practice. Hands-on experience, hands-on practice, where is very much required. Good, system is fast enough, it is completing so fast. If the system is slow, what is the configuration? How to find out the configuration? Just go to run command msinfo32. msinfo32. It's a system information. It provides a system information. System information. Just enter. msinfo32. On your desktop, see here, it's a Windows 10 operating system. By seeing this, I can say that desktop operating system. Okay. The system name desktop. What is a manufacturer? Dell. It's a Dell desktop. Okay. What is the architecture? Motherboard architecture is x86 or x64. It's x64 based architecture. Okay. What is the CPU configuration? See here, 4 cores. That in the sense, this particular system, Dell desktop or laptop, is equipped with 4 cores. That in the sense, quad core processor, i3 quad core processor. Okay, Intel i3 quad core processor. Okay, and what else? See here the BIOS model. If you see here BIOS model, what is the BIOS model? There are two types of BIOS model I told you. One is BIOS, one is UEFI model. There are two types of BIOS models for each hardware. You can go with whatever option is available. Okay. The next one is calm down. You can see the memory availability. Good. This system is quite good for lab. Okay, 8 GB memory is available. Okay, so good enough for your labs. You can aram say install 4 or 5 workstations, 4 or 5 servers, and we can configure one server to another server, how to perform lab and all those things. Okay, good. Yeah, close it.
Yeah, Srinivas, what is this Hyper-V VM monitor mode extensions and all?
Okay, good question. This Hyper-V is nothing but Windows, one of the component wherein one of the feature in Windows, virtualization concept. VMware, it provides a virtualization. Similar way, Microsoft also provides virtualization. That virtualization feature is called Hyper-V. In VMware, we call it as vSphere. In Windows, the feature, the virtualization feature, it called as a Hyper-V. Without installing this virtualization technology on this particular motherboard, you are not able to perform virtualization software installations, or this hardware is not compatible for virtualization. By default, this feature is enabled at the BIOS. If you can go to the BIOS, there under processor setting, there is an option available, virtualization, disable or enable. Whenever you are planning to perform virtualization, that virtualization technology should be enabled. This is the BIOS it is showing. It is showing as enabled. This feature is enabled on this motherboard. That's the reason you are able to install VMware Workstation. If a VMware Workstation throws an error while creating a virtual machine, it throws an error stating that virtualization technology is not supported on this hardware. Okay, if you get an error while in VMware Workstation or while creating a virtual machine, if throws an error that this motherboard doesn't support, then what you need to do, you need to go to the BIOS setting. BIOS it in the sense, while powering on the system, you need to press F1 or F10 or del key to enter into the BIOS setting, wherein you go to processor settings. Under processor setting, you will find hyper virtualization technology or VT or virtualization. Different terminologies are going to use different vendors. You need to find out what is the option is there. Is it a virtualization is available or VT is available? That particular option should be enabled state. Then only you can install this virtualization component, virtualization client. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, click yes. The installation is completed. The server is ready. Windows 2008 R2 server is ready, standard edition. If you want, you can download from the Microsoft site. You can download any ISO image, either 2016, 2012. Why, if you are planning to download, your system should have a more memory, like 8 GB memory. Kind of systems can support to load Windows 2012, Windows 2016. Okay. On this particular system, we will try to load Srini will download Windows 2012 or 2016. Okay, 2008 version, I told you yesterday, this end of life. There is no support from the vendor. Okay, but most of the environments or enterprise environment still using legacy servers. Legacy servers in the sense, if that product, whatever the application, whatever the operating system, it is out of support, end of life, that particular product we call it as a legacy systems. Okay, so go to login.
Yes, Srinivas, we have 5 more minutes, it says.
Okay, no problem. Okay. How to send control or delete? There is a top icon in the file menu next to, yes, that is a send control or delete. If you click on that, it sends a signal to this particular virtual machine. Execute that. Okay, you already set a password.
This
Select
one?
administrator. Select administrator. Okay. Here, whatever the password you are going to set, first you need to set the password. Whatever the password you initiated initially, with that it is created a username. Okay. For that username, we can enter whatever the password we created. Now it is whatever the create once as soon as the installation is finished, it is going to give the option to reset your password, administrator password. Make sure whatever the password you are going to set, note down this password. Okay. Set the password. Click OK and set the password, same password, VMware@123. Make sure keep the same password for all the options. Whatever the tab you are going to do, don't mess up the things. Keep the same password for it wherever it is applicable. No issues. Okay, click OK. Yeah, send signal. Control delete, login. Okay. Now we are ready. Okay. Now we need to configure basic configuration on this Windows 2000 server, whatever the server we install, we need to confirm the basic configuration. Okay. So first what we need to understand, what is the IP assigned? To send the communication, we should have an IP address, right? What is IP? What is the devices are connected? Is network card is available or not? Okay. Close this screen. How to find out? Go to server manager. Okay. In this particular screen, you'll find under diagnostics, device manager will be available. Select device manager. Here, what are the components are available on this particular system? Okay. If you try loaded default drivers, all components will defaultly it will install like a network card, keyboard, monitor, disk. Every driver will install and it will show as a complete installation. If we have any issue with the any particular card, any adapter, any device, it is going to show as not detected or it requires a driver installation. Okay, so the network card is also available. If you expand the network adapters, there you can find one network adapter. Expand network adapter. See, this is a default network adapter is available on this particular system. So as soon as we complete the installation, we need to make sure we need to assign an IP address to this particular card. As we install this particular server on a VMware workstation, the VMware workstation have a capability have inbuilt DHCP server. Okay, I'm going to show you tomorrow what is the IP range is available in this particular VMware workstation. So on this server, we need to assign an IP address. We should understand